Hello, third graders. Today, you are going to use your imagination to create a creature. But first, we're going to review structural and behavioral adaptations, some of which you will use when you create your own creature. Hello, third graders. My name is Miss O'Malley, and today we will be reviewing adaptations. We're going to begin today by talking about habitats. A habitat is the natural home or environment of a plant, animal, or other organism. Here we can see two different habitats, a pond and a tundra. Here is a tropical rainforest and a desert, the ocean, and the woodland forest. Plants and animals have all adapted in order to survive in these unique habitats. Adaptations are traits that help an organism to survive. There are two types of adaptations: structural adaptations and behavioral adaptations. A structural adaptation is a physical feature of an organism that has changed over time. A behavioral adaptation is something an organism does to survive. Today, we're going to start by talking about structural adaptations. Here is an example. Looking at the long neck of a giraffe, that is a structural adaptation. The giraffe's long neck allows it to reach high into the tree to eat the leaves that it likes, helping it to survive in its habitat. Here, we can see a cactus. It has needles that are clustered on the plant. These needles cast a shadow on the plant in the hot desert, allowing the plant to stay cool and survive in its desert habitat. Other examples of structural adaptations include camouflage. Camouflage is something such as color or shape that protects an animal from attack by making the animal difficult to see. Here we can see a leopard. It is camouflaged in the trees. We also see an octopus on the ocean floor that is camouflaged. Animals also use camouflage in order to attack prey. Another form of structural adaptation is mimicry. Mimicry is when one organism closely resembles another organism that it is not related to. Looking at this page, we can see what appears to be a hummingbird, but if we look closer, we'll actually notice that it is a moth. This moth is using mimicry. Another example is this creature here. It is called an orchid mantis. At first glance, this insect appears to be a beautiful flower. It is mimicking an orchid's color and shape. However, when we look closer, we will notice that it is actually a mantis waiting to eat other insects that it preys upon. Now we will talk about behavioral adaptations. A behavioral adaptation is something an organism does to survive. In the first picture, we see a flock of geese migrating south for the winter. In the next photo, we see a groundhog that is hibernating during the coldest months of the year. That is another form of behavioral adaptation. Finally, we see the African crested porcupine. It is backing up its quills into a potential predator. It uses this behavioral adaptation in order to survive. Other forms of behavioral adaptation include living in social groups. This week, we learned about meerkats. Here, you can see the different meerkats performing different jobs. All of these jobs are beneficial to the entire group. Now, you will apply what you have learned about physical and behavioral adaptations to create your own original creature.